The movement being analyzed in our project is considered a strict overhead press. The overhead press helps to strengthen the shoulder, and it can be seen in many movements where when they are broken down, the overhead press can be utilized. This can be seen in sports such as basketball, volleyball, and throwing events and track. It can also be used in everyday activities such as lifting heavy items like boxes overhead onto a higher shelves. The overhead press can be broken down into 3 phases. The first phase consists of the arm and elbow flexion and the shoulder abducted and externally rotated. The ideal starting point for this movement is when the elbow is flexed approximately 44 degrees away from the shoulder. The second phase consists of the arm and elbow extension and the shoulder abducted and externally rotated. In order to get the proper benefits from this exercise, it is ideal for the person to not fully extend their arm above the shoulder, but for the elbow to be extended at about 130 degrees away from the shoulder. The third phase consists of adducting the arm back down to the first phase so that the movement resets and another repetition can be made. There are many common errors that can be made when attempting to perform the movement, such as shrugging the shoulders, holding the dumbbell too far forward or too far back, and making abduction and adduction movements in the scapular plane instead of the frontal. Ways to prevent or correct errors is through the use of mirrors so that you can visually see if you are conducting proper technique, as well as through repetition. Increasing volume through sets and repetitions help to develop a better understanding of the motor control for the movement. The important thing to keep in mind when performing this movement is maintaining proper form. You want to make sure that your head is in a neutral position looking straight ahead, shoulders above the hips, and knees slightly bent. It is important to keep biomechanical stability in mind by maintaining static equilibrium through keeping your center of gravity in the base of your support, which is your feet and legs, and extending the opposite arm out to the side. Behind, you can see that Garret is performing this movement with proper technique and proper form, which will enable him to gain the most benefits from training through this type of movement.